Hello there and welcome. Thank you for pressing play on whatever format you be, whether it be on Podomatic if you're an Android fan, on iTunes if you're an Apple guy like Albert, or if you're on
If you're in between, there's YouTube.
YouTube, or if you're on FiveRoundmma.com.
I prefer pushing play on YouTube. And it's not because I like to look at myself.
This is FiveRoundmma. My name is Alex Ramirez. Alongside me is the always vain Albert Cita. Alongside him, and between us,
A.K.A. the Cita brothers.
Yeah, Cita brothers. Guillermo Cita. Got a lot to talk about today. Bellator had its first pay-per-view. We're going to talk about if that was a success or not. We also have RFA middleweight title contender Andrew Sanchez on. And also, we're talking about UFC 173 and talk about just how much TJ Dillashaw really has a chance against Renan Barão.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's a couple times when I played Street Fighter, I was able to beat Ryu without Ryu. So, kind of, right? I mean...
Hey, what's his name? Don Cena or whatever. You can win a couple matches with him.
Yeah, maybe. It was always kind of hard to beat Bison, too. But I want to jump right off the bat and talk about the Bellator. It's Bellator 120 or Bellator's first pay-per-view, whatever. Took a big hit the week before. Eddie Alvarez pulled out concussion. Tournament winner Will Brooks was going to face Michael Chandler. That got bumped out to the co-main event. Main event was King Mo and Rampage. But I don't see how this pay-per-view results were good for the company at all. Because first of all, I mean, like,
well, maybe the results weren't good, but I think we can't really measure it until we see the pay-per-view buys to get a full.
At first, I thought it was 100% failure, just because it didn't make sense. First of all, the TRTs versus their middleweight champion.
Their middleweight champion, Alex Shlemenko. Their homegrown talent. Their guy, Alex, who's been dominating the middleweight division, right?
Yeah.
Takes a fight. And he's a small middleweight too, right?
Yeah.
Well, he came in at what, 201? I think?
Barely. I mean, he barely made the 200-pound limit. I
Goes
know
up-
the limit's like 186.
Goes up against Tito Ortiz, who's a true light heavyweight. He gets choked out in under 60 seconds. That's your middleweight champion.
Yeah.
And then co-main event, the poster boy, the man,
Michael Chandler.
the face of Michael Chandler. I mean, I know you want to have him on the card no matter what, but last minute fight, hey, you're gonna fight Will Brooks, who's a talent in himself. What happens? Loses. Great fight, but loses, all right? Main event, King Mo. This is guy your big free agent get. UFC cut him. We'll take him. King Mo was basically on all the posters as well, right? Put him up against what? Rampage. Guy who left UFC or got cut from UFC, right? What happens? Loses. So basically everything that
Bellator
built was taken down in one night, I think.
See, at first that's the way I felt, but then I kind of let it settle in. I got a good night's rest, and then after looking at it, this is probably one of the best cards Bellator could have done. Let me tell you why. Well,
Jack Congo wins. Another UFC alum. He wins.
I kind of agree with Albert.
Let me explain. One, Michael Page won, and I'm on that Michael Page train. I officially got off Eric Silva. And now I'm on Michael Page's train.
Okay, which might not be good news
so,
for Michael Page.
I know.
I don't know, but just know I'm very high on him. He won, impressive KO.
Awesome.
Here we go. One, T. Ortiz versus Alexander Shlemenko, right? Mm-hmm. First, I was like, that's dumb. There's no win-win situation. But now looking back on it, what's the number one weight division in the UFC? It's the light heavyweight. That's the most exciting one. That's the one that has the most draw.
Ortiz going on a run on UFC.
and so since that's the most stacked division, and technically it really is, if anything, then now they have a star in Tito Ortiz. Now they have a story in Tito Ortiz. He defeated a champion and is back on the rise, and everybody loves a good story. Okay, so now you have another fighter that goes into that 205 division, which Bellator lacks in the 205 division. So now you got him in the mix, right? Well, first I was upset about the Michael Chandler, even though I thought Michael Chandler won. But Will Brooks, that's not taken away from Will Brooks because he's an awesome fighter. But look, now you made another star, and now you made another potential matchup. So you can do another rematch with Michael Chandler's.
Eddie Alvarez versus Will Brooks.
Yeah. So now you kind of mix
fresher, right?
You kind of mix it up a little bit more rather than having Eddie Alvarez, Michael Chandler.
With that, you have the tournament still.
Yeah, but I'm saying it still adds to it. I mean, Michael Chandler could go back to the tournament, go all the way, and then there's still two potential matches. I mean, even if Eddie Alvarez leaves, he still wants to fight Will Brooks, who has a win over him. So I think that kind of excites that whole division too. And then the whole Kimo and Rampage Jackson.
This fight didn't deliver at all.
Didn't deliver at all.
You guys saw on Thursday
but that sets up
face-to-face Kimo.
Yeah, but
and
that sets up for supposedly a bigger rematch.
Oh.
Kimo thought he won.
Come on.
Right? When Rampage said at the end of his
Where's
performance,
your Bellator shirt? Are you working from now? What is this?
I'm just saying.
Come on now.
I'm just saying.
You talked about. I know Bjorn's a good friend of yours, but come on.
Rampage said that he didn't like his performance. Doesn't matter if he won or lose.
come on.
So it builds up for a bigger rematch.
I don't
is
want to
what
see
I'm
that rematch now.
So-
Wasn't this the Bellator tournament semifinal or final?
Final.
The
was the
final. So
finals.
Rampage should get the champion now, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that should be the
yeah.
next fight.
Wait, which you should, but I'm saying it kind of just.
So what's
adds
the point
to
of the tournament if now we're gonna see
No,
a rematch?
I'm saying
according to Albert.
I say Michael Chandler and Chemo go back in the tournament, but hopefully they make it all the way through into the finals, and we set up a bigger matchup for a bigger pay per view.
Hey, you think more likely they're gonna put Tito and Rampage together since they both won? I mean, that's what they wanted to do, right? Or just no?
No, I think what they want is put Tito on one side, Chemo on the other.
Yeah.
Hopefully they meet in the finals, and hopefully they fight
And
Rampage.
Rampage is a champion by then. That's
Yeah.
what they're hoping.
And then you wait again for what's his name, their current champion.
Emmanuel Newton.
Yeah, Emmanuel Newton.
He's a champion. Yeah.
If he
So-
loses,
'cause he
go
beat,
back in the tournament, and then so forth.
He
whatever.
defeated a Tali of A, so he's a champion now. So now it's what Rampage against Emmanuel Newton, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I just think like
I'm just saying, if you look at it in a storyline perspective, they have the story set. They have,
except for the Michael Chandler.
They
I
have
think.
passed the.
I don't think it's
opening
fair for him that he
situation.
takes the fight on short notice.
Yeah, well,
and
yeah.
But again, that gives it a story.
No, man.
And what sells pay per view
Wait,
is the hype
the only
behind
thing
it.
that's
not
the only thing that's
the
bothering me
fights.
about what Albert's saying, because he crowned Michael Chandler the best lightweight in the whole world.
No, but don't get me wrong. I thought Michael Chandler won.
yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of people think that. But I'm saying, what we're arguing here, was it a successful pay per view? We're
Yeah.
not arguing if Michael Chandler is the best in Bellator.
Yeah, but you're
We're
giving me
saying,
reasoning why it
was
was
it a
successful.
success?
Okay. So,
and I'm trying to sell you why it was
No,
a success.
you're selling him that Michael a loss for Michael Chandler is a success. I don't think
for
so.
the pay per view.
but hey, I'm saying a loss for Michael Chandler is a loss for Bellator.
Exactly. That's
But
what I'm
see,
saying.
this is
overall.
I'm gonna go on a long parallel here, so just brace with me.
Okay.
I know this is an MMA show, but Albert talks about WWE all the time, right? The only time I can think of, because like I wasn't alive when the ABA, the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't alive when the AFL, NFL merged. I don't remember any of that, and even the American National League, right? So I couldn't. We have no other comparison with like two different leagues, two different stars, right? Only comparison I have is WWE and WCW.
Yes.
What I see in WCW, what happened? All the Hogan, Macho Man, Rick Flair, all those guys, old guys, they all went to WCW to continue their push, right? And nobody got pushed at all in WCW. And what happened? They crashed.
They
Yes.
crashed.
What do you see here? Rampage, not in the UFC anymore. TOTs, not in the UFC anymore. Czech Congo, not in the UFC anymore. And they're all starting to get pushes and rises in Bellator.
Big checks, not enough money left for the other guys.
And what happens?
They
These
go
guys,
to UFC.
They don't plan out like they're supposed to.
and you got what? Maybe one good match, one good year out of them. That's
And
it.
then Eric Bischoff becomes champion, and then there you go.
David Arquette becomes champion. See, so
Oh,
I'm
David
saying-
Arquette, yeah.
This is what I'm
That
seeing
was-
here.
that
I'm
was close.
seeing these guys who had the run. They're done already.
Hey, for the record, though, Steven went to go see that WCW movie with...
Ready to rumble?
Yeah, ready to rumble.
Can you let Alex continue?
But I think Rampage is done already. I mean, like, there's no Tito Ortiz is like, there's
No, yeah.
but they're here. They're getting big pushes.
Well, they're getting pushes, but they're winning, so that's fine. I have a problem with Tito Ortiz fighting Shemalenko,
Yeah.
or however you pronounce his name.
Shalmenko, but why
Shemalenko.
feed him that? I don't.
I know. I totally agree with Alex. Don't feed him that.
Protect your champion.
Or
Well, I think-
why not do the Rampage Tito Ortiz?
Well,
Yeah.
I think it was a successful pay-per-view because look how long we have been talking.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm just saying, 'cause,
we're
like,
getting closer to the end of the
Remember
segment.
ABA, Dr. J's ABA.
But you know that it's a pretty compare. If you don't have that young talent rising, I mean that happens to any team if you really think about it. They put all their eggs in the basket in a big.
look at the
player.
Lakers, just for example.
What? Last I saw, this offseason we got just
Yeah, we're gonna get good draft picks. We're gonna sign some people. You'll
About
see.
time you
we
guys start
got
going
three
younger.
people on our contract: Kobe, Nash, and Robert Stock.
You know what that means? We got money.
Heck yeah, I guarantee you, in the next 5 years, they'll go farther than the playoffs than the Clippers will.
Woo!
Wow.
Second round and out, just like we're out right now. All right, so stick around. I got RFA middleweight title contender Andrew Sanchez. Should be great. Stick around.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, join us now on the 5-Round MMA Hotline, brought to you by Redemption Martial Arts. Please visit redemptionmartialarts.com to see how you can join the movement to stop bullying. With us now is RFA middleweight Andrew Sanchez. Andrew, how's it going, man?
What's up, guys? I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, man. You got a big fight coming up June 6, 2014 against Kevin Casey at the Culver City, California, for the vacant or to be crowned the first ever RFA middleweight champion. How's the training camp going? I know you now it's counting down the days now, right?
Yeah. Training camp's good. I've been going nonstop since my last fight. I had an 8-week training camp for Miles Marshall to get the #1 contender spot, and I haven't stopped since. So I never really stopped. You know what I mean? So I'm always improving. I think my game is better than it's ever been as far as my striking, transitions, everything. And I haven't really got to show everything I can do in a fight. People are saying I'm just a dumb wrestler, so I'm just going to take you down and try and beat you up. Man, that's not the case. You know what I mean? I got great jiu-jitsu, I got great stand-up, and I think he's a perfect opponent to be able to show everything that I am capable of on. So I'm very excited.
Speaking about that, Andrew, you are undefeated. You have 3 TKOs, wins, 2 submissions, but you have never gone the distance. Do you think that's more of something that opponents see as a factor that benefits you or doesn't benefit you? As in, they can say that, well, he's never been the distance, so I could just push him. Or do you think it kind of saying to them like, oh, this guy is a finisher. You gotta attack this guy early.
Yeah, I don't really care what he thinks. I know that I'm kind of a cardio freak. That's what I do. That's what I do all through my college career. I push the pace, and I'm very good at breaking people. I wear them down physically, and then mentally they break. I do it every day, so I'm not worried about it. I do know Kevin Casey can barely make it through 3 rounds. You know what I mean? He's got one good round, he blows his load, and then he's done, man. He just tries to lay on you, and I'm gonna make him move. I'm gonna make him scramble. I'm gonna be in his face the whole time, and there's no way he's gonna outlast me in this fight. I don't see it going past the 3rd round, especially in that 5 rounds.
Yeah, harked back. You said you're a wrestler at heart, and touching your cardio. It seems that's like almost the best base for a fighter is being a wrestler at heart, because we all know about the weight cutting and the endless training. So talk about like how being a wrestler prepares you, like almost lays the foundation for an mixed martial artist.
Yeah, man. Wrestling. If you want to fight, start wrestling first. Not just the physical and the technique side of it, which is great because you can decide where the fight takes place, on the ground or on the feet. That's huge in a fight, you know what I mean? And but more the mental side, like it made me a crazy dude. You know what I mean? Like as far as my training, I'm very anal about my training. If I miss a training session, like I freak, you know what I mean? And it's all about mental toughness, pushing through 3 to 5 round fights, never quitting, never giving up. And there's just nothing better. It teaches you how to lose. It teaches you how to lose and just get back up and keep going, keep competing. You know what I mean? It makes you very strong mentally, and that's where I think my big advantage is in this fight. I think he's mentally weak. I think I can break him. That's how I'm going to win this fight.
Staying with Kevin Casey, he's 7-3, and he's best known for his stint in Ultimate Fighter. Do you think fighting someone like this, if you beat him, do you think you kind of take away everything he has done? Everything he has done, so you kind of collect his wins, and you get collect his stardom almost.
No, it's never going to take away what he did. I mean, he's fought, Matt Livin. He's fought some great guys, and he's a great fighter. I'm not going to that can never be taken away. But it's not like I'm some scrub coming in there and I beat him and then he loses his reputation. Like it's not like that at all. So win or lose, he's never going to lose what he accomplished. You know what I mean?
And then Kevin Andrews, I just want to ask real quick. I've noticed a little bit on your confidence. How confident are you that you can beat Kevin Casey? I also saw on Twitter, you actually think you can beat him in a knockout. How your confidence is coming into this fight?
I'm really confident. Like, and I don't just say that to be a douche. I'm not a tool. I would just say that if I was worried about a fighter and what they could do, I would say it. Like I was very worried about Miles Marshall's power, man. That guy knocked out a UFC vet for 5 minutes straight. Like that's 5 minutes, that's scary shit. So, but I honestly, I watched tape and I know everything about Kevin, and I don't know where he's gonna beat me, man. I don't know. I don't think he can submit me on the ground. There's no way. People don't know about my jiu-jitsu. I was a Pan American champion. You know what I mean? That's pretty much like the world. You know what I mean? I'm not a black belt in rank, but I train with the best. I go to Marcelo Garcia's and train with all their black belts and Marcelo himself. You know what I mean? Like, and on the feet, I think I'm better. Honestly, like, I don't see where he can beat me. So yeah, I'm confident. I'm very confident in this fight.
Yeah, Andrew, I want to kind of switch gears and talk about the RFA. This is going to be your third fight with this organization. What's it like, for a fighter mentally knowing, you fought for this company a few times already, just having the comfortable feeling of, going and the routine, everybody there, the press guys, where the weigh-ins are going to be at and stuff like that. What's that? Is that kind of like a rest assurance? Oh, that part's taken care of already. RFA is such an awesome organization.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part of that. Can you say it again?
I said about RFA being such an organized organization. You see a lot of fighters journey from here and there. What's it like, as far as like a confidence standpoint, knowing you're in an organization that has this stuff together?
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I fought in shows where they're giving me 2 left-handed gloves, just hillbilly stuff. You know what I mean? Out of the country, and it was horrible. Like I hated the worst part. I hated was they would say, okay, well, you're gonna fight in like half an hour or whatever, and I would get ready. I'd get warmed up, and mentally I would get like pumped up, and then like, oh, we still got a couple more, or we got a break here, and then that's so much mental energy.
Yeah,
like, you don't even know, getting ready to walk out, and then they do it again, and it happened like 3 times. One fight show, like it was horrible. And by the time I got out there, I was like a zombie. It was just weird. So in RFA, they definitely got their shit together, man. They take care of me. I know I'm going to fight when I say I'm going to fight, because it's televised, I mean, they can't mess that up. And it's just so great to me, it's definitely the best organization I've fought in. I'm really happy with how they run things.
Yeah, and sticking with that, it's really been no secret with the RFA that they, their desire to be almost a feeder league to the UFC. Does that kind of add pressure to you, knowing that, my fights are going to be watched, from people who are a part of the largest, MMA organization in the world?
Yeah, I mean, it does, but I've kind of learned, I've changed my mentality a lot of these past few fights. Like, I used to be a mess, I mean, I couldn't sleep at night. That's all I thought about. I overtrained and did all these crazy things. And then I go and I perform like shit, And these last 2 fights is when I realized, I'm like, most fighters, before they walk out to the cage, you can ask them, they all say the same thing. They'll go like, what am I doing? Why do I do this? And I would think the same thing, but it's like, this is what I love to do. Why do I hate it before I'm about to go fight? So
yeah.
I just try and embrace the moment and just enjoy it. And last fight I walked out with a smile on my face, and just try and soak in everything. And that's when I perform my best. So I try not to take myself too seriously. I mean, obviously this is my life. This is the most important thing that I do. But I really just try and enjoy the moment and enjoy the journey, and not think about the outcome. And it's hard not to do. Don't get me wrong, but that's what I focus on, and it really helps my performance. So I try not to think about the whole getting in the UFC and all that. I just go and fight and try and have fun.
Yeah, especially recently, a couple guys from there have jumped straight to the UFC. So it's understandable that you want to take care of business at the moment, but then it's kind of hard not to see. Okay, well, in the very near future, there might be that call up anytime soon, right?
Yeah. I'm more excited more than anything because I think this is an awesome matchup for me. My style is going to be a nightmare for this guy to deal with.
Yeah.
And I'm confident I'm going to win. So that helps with the pressure a lot. Like if I was going into a bad matchup for me, I'd be worried. I'd be like, man, if I lose this fight, it's going to ruin my chance to get in the UFC. But I'm really confident for this fight, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just try not to think about it too much,
Yeah.
So I'm just more excited than anything.
All right, Andrew, I'll let you go. Obviously, you got lots of stuff to do, a lot of training camp. You got the newly formed RFA Middleweight Championship, June 6, 2014, in Culver City, California. Is this your first time fighting in the greater Los Angeles area?
It is, yeah.
Are you
excited too.
Are you going to be coming in and out, or are you going to try to do some sightseeing while you're out here?
Yeah, I'm getting there a few days early to adjust from the long trip, and I'd like to go around and see the city a little bit. I've never been.
Oh, there you go, man. It's cool. It's probably going to be hot that day, to let you know, because we're based in Los Angeles, so it's kind of hot already out here.
Yeah, it's hot and dry, right?
Yeah, right now. So, all right, Andrew, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Wish you best of luck. Again, June 6th, RFA 15, Culver City, California, against Kevin Casey to be crowned the first ever RFA middleweight champion. Wish you best of luck, and thank you very much, Andrew.
All right, my pleasure, guys. Take care.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, welcome back. We're talking some UFC 173. UFC 173, sorry. Now, the main event, Hennenbrau versus TJ Dillashaw, is kind of a touchy subject for me because I'm a big fan of Dillashaw and the alpha males, but when I see him against Renan Barão, I'm thinking this guy has a snowball's chance in hell, right?
No.
Right?
Even I feel like that, and I'm gonna back up TJ Dillashaw.
So
right now.
I mean, when I see Dillashaw, I think of him as a younger brother of the alpha males, right? You have Faber, Benavidez, Mendez, they're the older brother guys, and there's TJ Dillashaw,
up and coming.
picking the bags up. Oh, I'm coming, guys.
Yeah.
He's on tough too. He couldn't win tough, but Renan Barão's like a different beast, right?
Yeah.
So what chances does TJ even really have in this fight?
So I give him,
Obviously a puncher's chance.
yeah,
right?
it's a puncher's chance, but I'll give you the real information on TJ Dillashaw. He has Uriah Faber on his corner. Uriah Faber faced Renan Barão twice, and the second one you can kind of it kind of ended a little bit early, but he has that advantage going into the fight. So now TJ Dillashaw is a little bit more better prepared of what to expect out there because Uriah Faber is in his ear telling him this is what's going to happen in this situation. So that's the advantage I give TJ Dillashaw overall.
Do you think Faber's going to corner him or no?
I would say, hey, Uriah Faber, corner me.
Well,
Not only Dwayne Ludwig be there, Uriah Faber come into my corner.
Aren't Ludwig and Faber not on like?
Hey, it's
good
about
terms right now?
it's about TJ Dillashaw. It's not about their relationship. It's about TJ Dillashaw winning the championship.
I wonder who Dillashaw would pick, Faber or Ludwig.
In that situation, I would pick Faber. Faber has been in the cage with Renan Barão twice, but then now I'm coming to the conclusion that TJ Dillashaw is the last hope we have in that bantamweight division because if Renan Barão wins, which everybody's predicting, there is nobody up and coming that can really. What's gonna happen is the whole Anderson Silva thing that his title reign. But who did he face? If TJ Dillashaw wins, TJ Dillashaw opens the door for everybody. He opens the door for
it's like Chris Weidman, right?
Yeah, exactly.
People are like, oh my god, I can beat this guy.
Exactly. He opens the door for the people that don't have a chance anymore in that bantamweight division.
What's that say about TJ Dillashaw? I mean,
But that
yeah, I know what you mean. I see your point. Albert is shaking his head and like sighing.
First of all,
rolling his eyes.
This
well, let me list my last
I'll
thing.
keep going,
Alright,
because it's gonna be very easy
Alright,
Because you
to
can't
show that
you
you're
can't
wrong.
justify
Put a bow on it, Gary. Put a bow on it.
Okay, you can't justify Uriah Faber, Eddie Wineland, all these guys
You're right.
facing Renan Barão
You're right.
ever again until there's a new champion, and
Well,
that's
No,
why.
that's where I disagree.
Okay.
Obviously, Guillermo's not an MMA fan.
He's a fan of MMA shirt on.
It's been known that he doesn't pay attention as much as I do.
Oh my
There's
God.
a guy
That's probably
that
true.
currently beat TJ Dillashaw by the name of Rafael Assunção,
Okay.
who's on an
Oh,
incredible
okay.
run. For someone to tell me that TJ Dillashaw is a saver, no. You have a guy on the mints, Rafael Assunção, who has beat TJ Dillashaw very currently,
Yeah.
and is on a crazy tear right now. He's
6 fights.
6 fight win streaks. The one thing that I don't like about TJ Dillashaw isn't the fact that I'm not saying that he's not a good fighter. He doesn't have the repertoire that Rafael Assunção has. He has 5 Uriah Faber. He has 5 big names people. While TJ Dillashaw, the biggest guy I think he has 5 is Mike Easton, which and no blow to Mike Easton because he's a beast. But I think the experiencing factor isn't there. Not enough to say like we were able to get behind this guy. Well, Rafael Assunção, I think then I would have made the argument that he's the savior of this division.
Why did they?
Why did they award it to TJ Dillashaw now? So.
Oh,
And I'm gonna tell you, it's TJ Dillashaw is the last known name to sell a pay-per-view.
Or it could be the fact that they don't want another Brazilian taking over the
yeah.
division.
Rafael
And that's why I say TJ Dillashaw is the last
He
hope.
fought UFC 170, so maybe the
Kinda time.
turnaround was too quick.
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah. So I mean, he did fight former RFA bantamweight champion Pedro Munoz. They brought
Yeah.
him in.
Just for him,
Yeah, and
because
then-
Francisco Rivera got
Yeah.
a hand injury.
So maybe it's just timing, right?
Yeah,
So,
maybe
okay.
it's just time, but I really think that's the guy that is. If there is a savior, if there's
I
a
just
guy
think
that,
if you have
that,
someone-
that is in the brinks or maybe defending, it's that guy. And like I told you, TJ. And I think the problem with TJ Dillashaw is we haven't seen enough as far as opponents.
But if
name-wise.
you
Mike
ask
Easton's
someone
the only
who
guy
TJ
who can-
Dillashaw
I mean,
is,
if he
Yeah,
would
they know who he
if he
is.
would have defeated
That's by association.
if he would have defeated Rafael Assunção when they did fight,
Yeah.
then I think he would have all the momentum and then you can agree with what Guillermo's saying. But for him to say that this is the only guy, no, there's another guy.
Well, he's the most named guy. It's
Rafael Sensao.
It's the Chris Weidman of the bantamweight.
He's 22 and 4. He's been around a minute.
I shouldn't feel guilty by thinking Renan Barao is going to cakewalk this, right? Like I shouldn't. I kind of feel bad thinking that. Like I want Dillashaw to win.
Everything I said about TJ Dillashaw,
I just feel bad having these thoughts.
And I'm in the same thing. But good transition though, because even though how bad we think TJ Dillashaw might do, the odds are actually against Dan Henderson. If you go and look up the Vegas odds, Dan Henderson has worse odds than TJ Dillashaw to win
against Daniel
DC,
Cormier.
Yeah,
of course, Hendo's going to be against Daniel Cormier in a light heavyweight bout. I'm not a bookie. What are the odds? You remember?
Yeah, tell us the odds. I don't know the odds either.
I think it was like 650 or something. I don't know. The point was that he had worse odds than TJ Dillashaw.
Well, I think you guys understand that the good fellows over in Vegas, those odds are set not by what they know, but what they think the general public knows.
Exactly.
So which I think it's the age, record, and the last few opponents.
But the good fellows know that this fight could end in one knockout.
Yes.
One punch.
Totally
so
agree.
I think those odds limits are
little
miss.
You're saying they want,
or maybe there's not a lot of people
They
betting.
want people to pick DC.
Yes.
Knowing they can clean up easy with Dan Henderson.
Exactly. And
It's
plus
never,
maybe
the odds
people
are never what they know. It's always
Exactly.
what they think people know.
Yeah.
So people, I'm not going to bet against Dan Henderson.
Because if you weren't really a fan and you saw Dan Henderson,
I'd say it's a 50-50 chance.
In his last 4 fights, he's only has won one.
Yeah.
The guy is like, what's his age? He is
like 42,
43.
Because
so you see a 43-year-old,
but he still has a
4-1 in his last
hand.
fights.
Yeah, I mean, like if you talk about the betting crowd, it's just people casual betting, right?
You got to bet on DC.
Yeah, but the good fellas know that.
So
hey,
basically,
this fight can end just like that at the hands of Dan Henderson. So why not clean up pretty? They can clean up pretty handily.
So pretty much what Albert is saying is he's advising everybody to go to Vegas and bet for Dan Henderson.
We're not advising at all.
I'm not advising that because I'm still going for Daniel Cormier.
If you happen to be in Nevada and in a desert town and you may want to do something like that, go ahead. But we cannot condone that whatsoever. So because gambling is illegal
in California.
So yeah, I think those odds are really misleading. I think it is a closer fight, right, Albert?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I wouldn't give I think DC is the favorite, but those are some ridiculous odds that they gave them.
But it can't end in one punch.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
And if Hendo wins, does it throw a wrench in the
and
hole?
then, like, again,
yes, it does.
I'm a huge DC fan.
Yeah.
But I do watch everything MMA, and I did see the short-lived AKA series that they did. And in the show, he gets rocked by Kyle Kingsbury, I think. Yeah. He gets rocked by DC. Gets rocked by him. Yeah. So I mean,
it's
has DC ever really got punched?
He's never had to. When you control the
fight.
Yeah, I
mean, when you control the fight, you don't gotta get hit.
When you're hugging a guy the whole time. I'm not hugging a guy, but when you control him.
To tell you the truth, I think Roy Nelson was the guy with the most punching power to hit him before.
Yeah, but if Hendo does pull off an upset, which is fully capable of, this is still a complete wrench. Because whenever you hear DC, they're always asking about John Jones.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, even like
when's your title shot coming?
The pre and post fight for UFC 172. Hey, you're a guy who wants to face John Jones. What would you do? And he was talking in the present tense, not even in the future. He was talking, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Just hope it's not the Phil Davis situation again.
Yeah, hopefully not. Because I mean, I think
but real
the division
quick,
needs,
you guys can discuss this. I can care less, but something about Robbie Lawler.
We're going to talk about it, but he's obviously one fight away from the title. If he wins back again, is he back in the title shot?
Yeah, I think so.
But I still think he needs to fight 2 fights.
Regardless of the champion.
Just because I think they want to put a fresh guy against Johnny Hendricks.
I don't know.
So like,
it's just Jake Ellenberger's high in the totem pole.
What if he just finishes?
He's high, but I think people want to see someone new face...
like who? I haven't been kidding with
Roy McDonald, come on, Tyron Woodley.
Matt Brown just called him out.
Matt Brown.
I heard Nick Diaz in my or Nick or Nate.
Nate Diaz.
Nick or Nate.
Both of them. You saw Nick at the weigh-in talking.
Nate needs to stay away from the 170s. First of all,
well, that's all. One of the Diaz brothers calling out Matt Brown, but
they both have.
Well, once you start talking about Brown, the segment ends. Sorry, guys.
Quick turnaround for Robbie Lawler. We'll see if we get back in the title shot. UFC 173 takes place this Saturday, May 24th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada. Headlined by Renan Barao and TJ Dillashaw. We'll see if the Alpha Males can finally win.
Imagine.
And with the bang.
Imagine it's TJ Dillashaw that brings the bell home.
Not Chad Mendes.
Benavidez.
Not Uriah Faber.
poetry. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah,
Hollywood
you can't
ending.
write that, dude.
The little brother, the guy picking up the gym bags at the end.
The Fighter 2, starring TJ Dillashaw.
Fighter
If TJ
2.
Dillashaw wins, I'm gonna try to buy the rights and make that movie. Cause
TJ Dillashaw wins, and we also go to Sacramento and train with Alpha Males.
Yeah.
So until then, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Fiveroundmma, FIVE. RoundMMA.com. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on iTunes, YouTube, and Podomatic. And always check out FiveRoundMMA.com. And before we send our final goodbyes, the trolley, who's today's rocking green super clean star of the show? I won the first ever rocking green super clean star of the show.
It was the WCW. He took a page out of my book, and that's how you win.
All right, to get your clothes super rock and clean like I am today, visit rockandgreensoap.com for the full line of eco-friendly soaps and detergents, and follow them on Twitter at rockandgreensoap.com.
That thing is awesome.
Yeah, also want a big thank you to OvertimeNation.com. I know the NFL draft is already done. NBA playoffs are concluding. So if you want to get all up to date on all the sports world and read our articles, please visit OvertimeNation.com and follow them on Twitter at @overtime_nation. And a big thank you to Redemption Martial Arts. RMA Foundation is a nonprofit organization committed to the anti-bullying awareness. Please visit redemptionmartialarts.com and see how you can join the movement to stop bullying, and follow them Twitter on @redemption_MA. Rise up against bullying. Albert, take us away.
I thank your executive producer Guillermo Cita, our engineer over there, Ollie the Trolley, your sound engineer Steven Roswell with Roswell Records. Make sure you get that WWE app because there's gonna be the NXT takeover coming soon, and you do not want to miss that. I don't want to. Tyson Kidd versus the man that Gravity forgot. So thank you everybody for listening.
Cream of the crop.